Hello colleagues, welcome back to the Activedata online tutorial. We will now look at the split sheet by date command. In the previous video, we looked at the Activedata split sheet by group, in which we split the customers to suppliers column into suppliers and customers on separate sheet. Now we will proceed to the second option, looking at split sheet by date. Now, more often than not, your transaction will contain multiple date columns. As in this example, we have two columns, date columns here. We have document date as well as payment date, columns A and column and M. Now we are going to the split sheet by date option usually works only on one date column at a time. That is the one you specify as your date of reference. So let us begin. So again, the split sheet by date command is located within the worksheet group of command, and it is located just below the group split sheet by group option. So I'll click on that split sheet by date to activate the dialog box. As you can see, the dialog box picks the two date columns available in this data. If you have more date columns, they will also appear here. So we have the document date, which is like the invoice date, as well as the payment date. So let us use the payment date as our date of reference. That is the date by which we will split this data. Now, on the option side below, we have a number of we have about 5 options here. The first one says split sheet by year. Split the date options, the date sheet by the date column by year. Now, this option will be relevant where you have multiple years in your data. Okay, when you have more than 1 year, then you can split into the 2 years on separate sheet. Second option says split by month. You will split by month when you have a full year or more than 1 year. I mean, when more than 1 month transaction. So in this case, we have multiple months here. So if we split a full year transaction, you will expect to have 12 sheets created, 12 new sheets from January to December. Now, option 3 says split by day. When you split by day, it means you are asking Activedata to group all daily transactions into separate sheets. For example, all transactions of the 1st will be together, 1st of January, 1st of February, 1st of March, and so on will be together, and 2nd of January, 2nd February, 2nd March, and so on and so forth will also be together until you get to 31st. So there will be 31 different worksheets, each one containing 1st of all months, 2nd of all months, and so on. That's what option 3, split sheet by day, the day option will do for you. Now, when you split by day of week, it means you are asking Activedata to split based on days, Sunday to Monday, or vice versa, Monday to Sunday, depending on your date configuration, when the day begins or the week begins on your system. Now, the last one is split by week. Now, this will split the entire transaction on a weekly basis. So you're going to have 52 weeks, for example, for a full year transaction. So all transactions of week 1 will be together on one sheet, week 2 on another sheet, and so on until you get to week 52 on separate sheets. So you're going to have 52 sheets for a full year transaction. So for a start, first of all, we do not have multiple years in this sample data, so we cannot use option 1. However, we can use option 2, hopefully because we have multiple months here. So let us use option 2, split by month, and then so once you select that and you specify from the box above the date of reference, we want to use the payment date. So we have to click on the payment date. If you leave your cursor on the document date in error, you will obviously be splitting by that date, which is not what you really want. So for our own example, we want to split by the payment date, and we therefore will leave our cursor. We highlight the payment date, select option 2, and then click on finished. And it's that simple. So the system will run through the transaction, sort out your transaction according to the date, and hopefully, because we are splitting by date, it will create new sheets showing the dates, the months that are available in your data. So first of all, it will, I can see that it will shift your general ledger aside. This is the original sheet called general ledger. Then we now have December, November, up until January general ledger. And just to confirm, if you look through here, you will see that because we have split by payment date, I'll go to the payment date to confirm that. You will see that everything we have here represent January transaction. I have 1st of the 10th of January. My date format is the American format where I have month first before the day. So it's MDY, month, day, year. So first is January, followed by the date. This is 10th. This is second, and so on and so forth. So if you look at February transaction, I also have similar arrangement. The month first, then the day, and then so same for March. So this is splitting date option using month. Okay, we will also try again another option. So again, I will go back to the original general ledger. So that is the original general ledger, and I will go back to Activedata split sheet by date option. To activate the dialog box, I will highlight the payment date column, and then let's say we want to split by day of week. Day of week, we expect to have Monday to Sunday. So I've selected that option, and then I click on finish. So again, if Activedata runs through my system and comes up with a new sheets representing the various days of the week. So I can see that I have general ledger Sunday. You can see Sunday here. General ledger Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday up to Saturday. So this means that for me, my week begins on Sunday according to my system setting. And we can always verify to see that Saturday, these dates here represent Saturdays. I can see this one says March 2nd. So you can always verify that. You can go to our calendar to see whether March 2nd, what year is that? 2019. Was that is Saturday, March 2nd. So I'll go to my calendar. I'll go to the previous year, 2019, and then I'll go to March 2nd, and you can see it's a Saturday here. So the system acts based on the date specified to split your sheet, so you can then work on any day that is of interest to you. Just as another example, let's also look at splitting by day. Split sheet by date. Again, I will go to the original general ledger and then activate the dialog box. Click on the column of interest for me, and then I will say split sheet by day. Should I want all the transaction of each day to be together? So I'll click on finished, and this is going to be a lot more, because this time around I will have the entire month on separate sheet. So I'll have I'm going to have about 31 days. So I can see now that the split has happened, and the last sheet here is general ledger day 31, as you can see here. Then day 30, day 29, and so on. I'm going to have it up to day 1. So if you look at the 31st as an example, you will see that all of these are 31st of the various months. So I have 31st of March, 31st of May, and so on, 31st of July. So it means I don't have 31st of January transaction. That's why it's not here. And if I scroll back just to verify to the first, let's see how that will look like on the sheet. So this is the first general ledger day 1. So again, I go to the document date, and you can see that I have March 1st. So these are all transactions of the 1st. So I do not have January 1st because that's probably obviously a public holiday. But I have all the other months that I have first. So what you can see here is the first, all transactions of the first for each of the months have been grouped together into this sheet. So we're done for the second and third and so on and so forth. So this completes the split sheet example, and the split sheet command is the fourth of the 5 commands available for data cleaning in Activedata. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.